I've not instigated none of this. Must that sound hard to believe? Why? Because the narrative spun that I've done all this, man. Everything that's gone on with me, I didn't instigate. I've got out of jail just wanting to deliver a message and crack on with my little peaceful life. Completely turned away from drug dealing and all that's in there. Everything that's come at me, them cunts instigated. I've just had to react. And I haven't been able to react the way I should have. That's what's been difficult here. You know when them came to kill me on the 17th of March 2018, I've just got off licence. When they've come to kill me, then what I should have done was got me ping, went round the door corner, literally went round the door corner from my ma's house, kicked the door in, and wigged 2 or 3 people in the house. That's what I should have done there and then just bailed for 6 months on the missing list. That's what I should have done. Yeah, we've got someone called Roberto saying grow up, but you've got a Glasgow football top on, a baldy head, and you're smoking bifters. Just look at yourself, you fat, baldy-headed blade. Look at the kip of you. Look at the fucking state of you, mate. Isn't it, Roberto? Look at the fucking kip of you, lads. You're like a Tommy Robinson fan, mate. Fucking get out me live, you little rat. Pisshead. I'm sick of them, all these fuck-ups. 55-year-old men with fucking football tops up the fucking backs thinking they're running the world. Fucking leg it. Blades all over the fucking place. Scotland's full of them. Straight up, mate. Honest to God, Scotland's always been like 10 years behind Liverpool, you know. Always. We were going to Scotland when we were fucking 18 and 19, telling Scottish gangsters what they can and can't do. So don't get your shit in a twist, mate. It's what it was like in Aberdeen. Honest to God. You had young Scouse lads taking over these places and selling all the drugs, and all these gangsters couldn't do shit about it. And that's still the case now. That's still the case now. Don't let nothing fucking kid you anywhere. The most dangerous homegrown criminals in this whole fucking country are Scousers. Don't let no one tell you any different. We brought a different flow with us, mate. You've got the Hardies from London who could compete probably because of the gameness. But when you look at the crimes from the cities and you look how long it's been going on, Liverpool were first there before most cities. We've always been like advanced before others. You could see it when we went to jails and that. You know, I'd go to a jail full of Manx and they were all daft fuckers. They didn't have a clue, most of them. Salford kids were a different gravy, but the rest of them, they were all fucking daft. And that's the same anywhere you went, basically. Honest. When we go into jail, we're bringing different patterns to this jail, mate. They've never seen shit like this happening in their jails till the Scouts are landed. Now they're all on it. Trust me. Straight up. This isn't me trying to claim any importance in a fucked up world here. I'm just telling you the facts. Liverpool have always been 10 years ahead of the whole country when it comes to crime. Straight up. Think about it, mate. Like, in Liverpool, you're doing naughty robberies that no one else has even thought about in the country yet. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's what happens when you've got a big port, mate, innit? It's what happens when you're the richest country in the world in 1916. Liverpool was the second biggest, richest city in the whole world in 1916. Look at Hayley Gubb, the little brass. How come you've showed back up, Hayley? You're on the sniff still dry line and selling your ass in Birkenhead while you're dropping drugs off everywhere. What a little rat you are. How come you're back in, Hayley Gubb? I remember you. You were the slapper who was mates with that Katie, weren't you? Little coke sniffing whore, brassing yourself out and that. Is that you? I think it is, isn't it? You're from Birkenhead but live in Bootle or something now. Or you had a fella in Birkenhead and you were living with him. It's definitely you, man. Why so hostile? Have you forgot what you were doing to me? I haven't. Don't you remember when you were targeting me on Instagram with all these years ago? I do, I remember it fully. How come you can't remember that? Or have you tried to portray yourself as someone you're not? Trying to get away from that? That was horrendous shit what you were doing to me with that Katie, mate. And you know it. You were one of them girls, weren't you? That fake tan, baked tan. You were one of them as well, weren't you? I think he was, wasn't he? And again, I'm not lying, people. I've got no need to lie on any woman. You know, if a woman comes at me, targeting me, fucking ruining me, trying to do mad shit with all this. You know Hayley Psycho? You know that fucking monster that's just done a podcast with English? That's it, mate. Is that giving you an eye-opener, my people? So that monster, that Amie Palin that was on English's podcast lying about me, spreading horrendous shit about me, she's her mate. Well, she might be now, but she was years ago when they were all charged up off the coke, selling the bodies and that. Why is she in here? This is what I'm saying to her. Why are you even coming in watching me after the shit you've been screaming about me years ago? I don't forget a fucking thing, mate. I don't forget nothing, mate. And you know exactly what they're all like. Why? Because you've been on that side of the fence with the mates. Now you're blocked. Sorry about that, people. But it is what it is. You know, and this is what's happening now. You know, 4 or 5 years ago when they're all casing me, all scouse birds writing me off because you've got drug dealers writing me off. You know, when you've got all the gangsters, you've got all these little gangster moles jumping on board. You know, all the coke sniffers and that. And here we are now a few years later, because they're growing up a little bit, they're getting a bit more mature, they've been used and abused off that shower of cunts to by themselves now. They're starting to remember what I've been screaming from the get-go. And they're realising he's been spitting facts since he's got out of jail. Now they're all coming back in. They're all trying to like come back in and be friendly and like they haven't done nothing to me. You know, like proper shithouse rats like Adam at 1G. Just another gobshite, aren't you, lads? Another drug dealer spends most of his time abroad instead of looking after the city. It's what you are, aren't you, Adam? You can tell me just the way you're dressed and your persona. You can tell the way you are, lad. Just a fucked up drug dealing rat, lad, aren't you? Leave you to it, mate. Everything about you is ruined. How are you, honey bear? Are you good? Frenchy life, Donna, Liverpool. Ignore them. It's a hard night. I've been on over 2 hours, that's what it is. You know, because I've been on over 2 hours. It's easier to provoke me. So what I should be doing is going off, relaxing, half an hour, come back on. Instead of staying on here, a little bit exhausted. Think about what I've done and what's come out of me in the few hours you've watched me. It's exhausting for the mind. And if your mind's exhausted, it's weak. And if it's weak, it can be penetrated. And if people penetrate your mind, they control your emotions. Once they fuck with your emotions, they've got you, haven't they? And this is what happens with me all the time, because once I start streaming, I can't get off it. I don't know what it is with me. So you'll see me sat here now, and you'll come back in 2 hours and I'm still here. You're going, fucking hell, are you still on? And it's like I can't come away until I get kicked off. That's what normally happens, innit? I only end up getting kicked off for 7 days. Why? Because I'm fatigued mentally. And I've just been... For yous real people that are watching me all the time, yes, Paula G, for yous real people that are watching me all the time, you will see the amount of trolling I get compared to other people. And you'll know that the trolling Darren's getting is not normal. It's not like you've got a fucking helmet like Corey or someone coming in. You've got someone like the stalker that's willing to give him 50 quid for the night, him 50 quid for the night, him 50 quid for the night, him a wanna, to troll me as much as possible. Honest, straight up, that's how they come. So when you'll see a platform, I'll block it, another one, block it, another one, block it, another one, block it. Every day I'm on my lives, I'm blocking 20 fake profiles that are targeting me with mad shit. Now that every live I come on, imagine that. Selena McGrath, he's gonzo. He's fucking worse than gonzo, mate. He's just a fucking weird rat, him, like. Like, what's his reason for not having friends? What's his reason for not having friends? Tell me someone. Why hasn't he got friends? What's my reason? I've left my whole life behind and everyone in it. Got out of jail and started again completely. So there's a reason why I've got no dickheads around me, because I sacrificed a life. He hasn't. Why hasn't he got a firm around him? Why hasn't he got a group of loyal, staunch kids around him? Why is he mixing with people he met a year ago on TikTok like they're his best mates? There's reasons to this, people. There's reasons for it. Every kid he's had round, he's shit on. Everyone. Everyone. Even Tintin. Look how he treated that Tintin kid, mate. Now let's look at that situation. Let's look at the situation with Tintin and him. Now let's look at the dynamics of Tintin. Tintin comes from a decent family, right? He's gone through a madness, lost his family members, and ended up fucked, sniffing and on a fast one. He has got him while he's in that vulnerable state of mind. You know, Tintin's a waiter in restaurants and shit. He's not what he's turned out to be now because he was round him. So now you've got this who knows young Tintin is in a vulnerable state of mind here. He's lost his mum, he's lost his brother. All in a double whammy, bang, and it's hit him hard. So now he's around this stalker. And the stalker's just got him like a little lapdog. As soon as Tintin spoke a bit of truth about him and anything about him, he was kicked out the villa. His clothes that was there was kicked out and thrown next to a skip for all foreigners to just pick up and take on him. He treated him like a fucking mongrel and kicked him to the side and left him on the side. And that's with someone that sat round him staunchly for a good few years, solid next to him, running round like a blue ass fly for him all over the gaff. Just dropped him like it was hot. Why? Because he spoke the truth about him. Now you see Tintin trying to make his own little way over there in the corner, while Lap's still floating around like he's done fuck all wrong. Look how many victims that got in the last year. Never mind his life. He's a victim himself. Full-blown victim. Isn't he? Sam Walker is nothing but a fucking idiot. full-blown perverted idiot that's a victim now for the rest of his life. He can't he can't run his mouth off the way he has been. He can't front it. I say shit that's true. And if I come across the people I've spoke on, I'll handle that shit. I'll deal with that on face, on sight type of situation. I know that. I'm ready for these conflicts to open. He's not. Watch when I see him. He's going to run for his life, you know. I'll get it on video for you. It's about time he exposed him. I haven't really been able to get near him, right? Because if I go in Liverpool and start creeping round and a few people get on me, I've got a couple of cars trying to kill me or cough for me. I've already been to Chester. I've been all over Chester. He's changed his routine. Now he's changed his pattern. But 3 weeks ago, he had the same pattern. You can't smoke in that place, so he's got to come out and smoke his bifters. And that's what makes him vulnerable. You've only got to wait for him to come out and light a bifter. That's it, just jump on him. Not even touch him, just go boo. What are you saying, shithouse? What's going to happen to him? Honest. He's threatened to kill me, he's got a gun on him. That'll come next, but it'll be videoed so he can't come with the false allegations. Straight up, man. Proper victim, vulnerable as fuck. He's protected by the law. That's why you can't go near him, really. He's protected by the law. Don't give a shit what anyone says. The only reason you see him going to jail is because he's had warning after warning after warning off his handler. And because he thinks he won't be punished, you just put him in for a little 12 months and stop fucking up. So when you see him going to jail, but for the full 12 months he's got a phone while he's in the segregation unit, what do you think that is? No one else has got that. Look, if you get put down the seg with your phone, if you got a phone in you and it goes off on the monitor, you go down the seg, the first thing you're doing is getting rid of it so you can get out the seg. The first thing you're doing is getting rid, however possible, so when they come in 48 hours with the scanner, it doesn't beep on you no more. So what'll happen is, look, you'll get nicked. They'll raid the wing, they'll come your cell, they'll sweep you, beep, 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 telling you you've got a phone plugged. They'll take you to the segregation unit and GOAD you for 48 hours. Now in that 48 hours, depending on what jail you're in and how bad they want you, they'll either bang you in a strip cell with no toilet or without the works so you can't flush it. Or they'll give you an opportunity to flush it, depending on who you are. So when they come back round to your cell 48 hours later, if they swipe you and it doesn't go beep, 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 you go straight back onto normal location. He manages to stay in the block for 12 months with a camera phone. He's able, listen, to sit in a segregation unit in a cell in the block. Think about this. You lads that have been in the system, think about it. He sat in the block in a cell for 20 minutes speaking about John Venables. You know as well as me, if you're in the block, you can just about get a fucking signal, lads. How the fuck are you sat there for 15 minutes doing this video in a block? You can't do it. You've got someone looking at your door every 2 fucking minutes. You've got to, when you're in the block, you have got to wait till mad hours and stand right in the fucking corner so you can get a signal, and then you've got to whisper. He's here, like he's in a studio. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like the screws have took him out the block and put him in a little room to do his video. Honest. Total wronging, mate. Total wronging him, that. Telling you from the get-go. He's been cooperating with the police for years, and years, mate. He's got a niche, though. You know, he's got a niche. Why? Because he bats both ways. So favours for him and favours for others, if you understand what I'm saying to you, is there. That's his niche in the market. You know, he can disappear with my man and chew his willy off him and not think he's done anything wrong about it, and then go and get his head down with Ollie. Do you understand what I'm saying there? So, yes, Hope, he's got a niche. What's up, Hope? He's got a niche in the market. So, you know, he might have done my man a favour last year, and my man's still paying him now. And if my man turns up, he'll just go with him, look after him, get back off again. This is what he's like. For years, though. You know, when he's going these parties I've been screaming about, you know, when he's giving these young lads and girls this GHB in these parties with them adult parties, don't think he hasn't been a participant in that shit. He's not just turning up with these people, giving them drinks that are spiked and then getting off and going to spend his night there. You know, he's chewing the life out of mad people and that. Fucked off as barned on coke or perverted and shit, doing this group shit. He's right in the middle of it like a David Guest. Spunk on me. You know, that type of shit. It's what he's like. Dirty to fuck. And this isn't lying. This is not lying. You know, it's well known in the criminal fraternity in the city of Liverpool what parties I'm on about. Shows you fucking hair these days.
Central Parks will see rain largely fade later. Elsewhere, little change, though Wales and Central England.
Southport Killer's house to be put up for sale.
Now, don't go open that for you if you.
Breaking Everton's new stadium to stage 5 European 2028 games.
In the press preview.
That's a bonus, isn't it, for Everton? Like 5 European games in 2028 to be played at Goodison. Well, whatever the fuck they call it. Contact police if you see this wanted man. We're seeing loads of them lately, aren't we? Nicholas Fowler, 38-year-old, connection with assaulting officers. Just fucked, innit? The way they've got us living is just fucking horrendous. Nice one, just Tracy, Mickey C. Oh, good stuff, Ocean. I'm sound, you know. Elena, you good? Get rid of a few idiots.
Download the HMRC app and be on it today.
Spend most of my life fucking deleting them. Sarah. Woo, says Nicole. Yes, Vanessa. Why are you saying woo, Nicole? Nicole, why are you saying woo? Do you understand who you're saying woo to? Do you understand what these hands could do to you? While I'm saying woo. How are you, Susie? Nelly, she fancies you. She doesn't. She likes the muscles. Yes, Emma. She likes the knuckles. Tony girl. Yes, Frank Devon. Just Tracy. She likes the knuckles. She can see the knuckles and thinks, wow, the knuckles. Look at the knuckles on Taz. Was with woo, says Nelly. I don't even know what it means. I think it means. I think that's what it's meant to mean. Got a helmet, look. Post Box Road. Hardest man on TikTok. Are you, lad? Is that why you post pictures of the car and a pair of skinny legs? Get back to your trading, lad. Brandon Donison, you're on the juice, lad. Does it look like I'm on the juice, mate? Be honest with yourself, Brandon. How are you, Jake? Yes, Cameron. What lolly did you have? Just a normal one. Joe, Vivian, Cy Taylor, Nelly. Matt has. Anyway, I'm single. Doesn't mean I'm ready to mingle though. You know, mingle in the shrubs. You ain't on the juice, I know, mate. Yes, Nicole, Wendy, Steve, Paula, Cameron, Brandon, Vintage La, Ed, Marcus. Not about being big, mate. Not about being big, honest to God. Suspect named after van burst into flames. Let's see. The larcenist. Loud pops were heard by neighbours in the early hours of the morning. A man has been charged with arson after a van burst into flames in the middle of a quiet street. Look, you've had cars burnt on Pats and they've burnt houses down and killed families, mate. So this is no laughing matter. And in Southport, I think it was, if I remember right. Ryan Burgess, 31 of Bath Street, Southport, being charged. Another pothead.
Adam and Arlene, welcome to both of you. We'll come on to the politics. Extraordinary 24 hours it's certainly been in a moment, but first of all, this massive...
How the fuck they haven't made weed a class A drug yet? I don't know. How are you, Jen?
You know, whether or not the claims that we've had...
Get rid of a few nuggets who need to wear masks while they're on social media. Fucking mad, aren't they? How are you, Johnny? Jay, Nicola Mohart. Fire, says Nicole. Where are you from, Nicole? Are you doing Darren? Says Robbo. Rims. Hope forever, forever. Woolly darts has kicked in. Good stuff, Jen. Sightlines, the posh part of Burnley. Is there such thing, mate? Nice one, Woolly darts, lad. Jan Lou. Granny Tammy, you good? Sound, you know. I'm a bit hungry, but I can't eat. It's weird. Yes, Steve. But I'll be alright. I'll get in the gym in a bit.
Selective elements of these.
And there's also one saying that he asked Ghislaine Maxwell to stop it.
Yes, which is the poaching of the girls from, you know.
Yeah, is it the poaching or is it...
Not letting that go, Hardy.
When you are getting
Get out of here, lad. When do you sleep? When I'm tired? Frank Devan. Nicole, Dawn and Bernie, come on. You two got a little meet on a bit from up there. Have a biff between you and that. See if you can have a little power neck without any chewy. I wonder what that'd taste like. Oh, you Granny Tammy? Coming to Sterling, eh?
has not been proven.
Yes, Tony.
But that's a suggestion that possibly he knew what was going on. It's not a suggestion that he took advantage of the girls himself.
Because
Jesus.
You know, he spent 7 hours in his house. You know, he had said, or Ghislaine Maxwell said he hadn't gone to his house.
Yeah.
If he spent 7 hours with a girl in his house, and that girl...
Irish girls, you good?
Virginia Giuffre, which is what it does. And Virginia Giuffre herself, in her book, has said, Mr. Trump...
What's your favourite TV comedies? I've got no favourite, Rob.
I said it might say what his life insurance policy really, but she's dead, she can't say that.
Looks like the stalker's in,
All I'm saying
asking about Venables.
coming out of this, which suggests that Trump...
Kelly Dixon's feeling better, 'cause she's high.
Why everybody still tonight is demanding...
What lolly was it? I don't know. A cheap one. And you get like 20 for £4 or £3 or something.
And I think by the time you open the files and files, actually Trump...
Quite nice actually, felt good.
The miracle young man came to step out of the next day.
Forgot he had them.
The White House pointing out was the
When you've got them little shift fridges at the top of the fridge. They're going after Trump, aren't they? Still trying to get Trump out of office, mate. Them ones, normal ones. Like they're not lolly ices no more, are they? Like anything that's not ice is not a lolly ice. That makes sense. Darren G Q&A, ask about TV. Ask about TV comedies.
This will be days in the making.
Yeah, I mean, the point is...
And that's the difficulty for Mr. Trump and his team.
The point is the emails were exchanged...
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
...by then, and when he says...
Like these days, you get like twisters. Like a twister's not a lolly ice, is it? Because it's a different like ingredient. Like it's not ice, is it? Yeah, it's just a Liverpool lad. Do you understand what I mean?
It's so difficult to follow the line of questioning and story for everybody. So this again causes more confusion, and I think what we want to see is clarity, and it's not forthcoming anytime.
Yeah, Twister's ice cream.
I spoke to one victim tonight who suggested they could be up to
Is it?
1,000 victims of Epstein, and they will be wanting, some form of justice is what I was told.
It's not, you know.
But I mean, why don't you take us through...
Yes, golf Mizzy.
Well, it's been a really extraordinary 24 hours in the world of Downing Street. Telegraph...
Cameron saying your man's biting ice. Bite the nipples off your man when I want, lad.
Didn't he handle himself well in the round?
She encouraged me to have ice in my mouth when I do so. Makes her feel tremendous. Sounds goes. Yes, Ocean.
Okay, this is going to be a bit of a test. Let's see how he does. And I think
You know what, Steve.
everything's spot on, and he showed how in touch he is with popular culture by referring to the traitors. He's not a traitor, he's a traitor.
You good, Melissa?
I thought that was really very
Off vintage tagging you there.
Was he going to address this? And he addressed it in a way that I think most people can relate to. And I think
Oh,
that's someone who
look at the kippy though.
Also, that's where in mind that Downing Street detonated this, and everyone is saying...
You little troll, get out.
...went further than everyone else.
You got Tracy saying free Charlie Bronson.
...fight and actually fingering street...
Why can you get free again?
And Morgan Sweeney, in putting it...
That's came out fast, hasn't it?
...would have known that West Street was going to be in the morning, so he presumably, if we accept that he wanted to do
JJ.
now, he presumably
Shoots.
felt that West Street would have a rough time, whereas my own view is that
Where are all these little creatures coming from?
advantage and
All raffles, 100 profit free. Oh, there you go. Another fucking helmet. What's up with your helmet?
he showed the communicator, which is not something a lot of people are saying about finance.
Well, indeed, where does that leave...
How come you're on a private account and all that?
Pretending turmoil before the budget, of course.
How come you got a mask on your face?
Has turned their anger on top
You're a
of
shit house rat like the rest of them.
I mean, it's just a suggestion.
Can't front it.
Because there was a call from West Streeting to sack those involved.
Doing illegal things on a social media platform. You fucking hell, mate. Laundering money with raffles. Fucking hell. What's next with these drug dealers?
It's never a good thing for a political party.
Let's get rid of you, right? You were chatting to before, weren't you?
And I think this is very bad for the government.
I mean, Stonewall was asked about this, and he sidestepped.
Yeah, I'm Sam, are you good?
The analysis would be that what we need is so essential.
Jim,
Keir Starmer is
why are you on a fake profile, kid?
that I don't think, unless we get cabinet ministers coming
All these little jailbirds. JB,
Sweeney has got to go.
Liverpool 24, FAFO, Gen.
West Streeting said the person who did it,
What year was you, lads? I was born 81, 78.
that he's probably said that Starmer needs it.
He should have been released ages ago, last year's vintage.
15 ministers
Lee Bronson.
to a plot. Oh, I don't recognise those numbers. But is there
He won't, you know.
and when will it be? Will it be budget or will
He
it
shouldn't have been.
be May elections, which are really
When you think of the rules.
in some parts of the country?
I think what it shows is there's dissatisfaction.
If you break rules, you don't get out.
Of the government at the moment.
Simple as that.
Palin said that the Prime Minister's not a great communicator, and I think that's a bit of an understatement, to be honest. There's been
He needs to be free.
there that have
Right? Because they're just treating him like shit now, aren't they?
made a landmark speech.
That's more to do with his public profile now.
I don't know what it was because nobody really reports on the content of it.
Fucking wish it was a man there.
Like today.
It just didn't have any problem.
Yeah, well, okay. Well,
Just a Liverpool lad. Want me to mod for you? No, I'm alright, mate. You don't want this say coming your way.
I don't see anything about the day job in the papers.
Everyone earns the right to get free.
Yeah, but
Everyone. Look at Danny.
you know, as to when the danger point
Look at our Danny. Got to a cat tea. You know, the way people were speaking about him for a few years was fucking writing him off, weren't they? Had Screws saying he's one of the worst prisoners he's come across, but there he is in a cat D. So if Danny G can do it, trust me, Charlie Bronson can do it at that ripe old age, matured, intelligent enough, educated enough, read more than enough books. But it'll just be his public profile. There's notoriety outside now. The last thing that government needs is a long-term prisoner like Charles Bronson coming out with receipts, paperwork, showing how many times he was placed on good order and discipline for nothing, showing how many beatings, how many hospital appointments, everything all out on an interview on Good Morning. They don't want it. So the minute he gets released from custody, he's going to have national and world media wanting to speak to him. The government don't know what the fuck he's going to say. I wouldn't be surprised if they pop up with another offence from fucking years ago and charge him with it. That's what they're starting to do now, innit? I've seen what they've done with that Barry George. He's being charged on naughty offences, that Barry George now. No, the Dando murderer, alleged murderer, got not guilty. Got off with it, got his appeal, didn't he? He went and charged him now with offences from 20 years ago. I think that's going to come back out soon, eh? Because it looks like, straight up, it looks like she was going to expose what the cover up is now. Know what I mean? So before Jill Dando was killed, she was about to do a madness and scream about all this mad paedophile shit that's going on in the country. But she was murdered and it never got mentioned. And that was meant to be one of the lines of inquiry.
Take one brighter step with new Garnier Vitamin C G serum. Now with a 4%
How are you, Shelley? But it makes sense now, doesn't it?
proven to reduce hyperpigmentation in 2 weeks. 99%
Because she was on Crime Watch, weren't she? And she was doing all these big mad stories, and she was starting to focus on that story about politicians being involved in mad grooming gangs and that.
The finest range of beauty products known to mankind. You've got to sell them the dream.
So it's not wrong to try. It's not wrong to suggest, is it? Listen, right. I don't see any sort of indications that Savile was interested in young girls. I've never really seen any. I thought all his victims were boys. Now what you'll notice is, right, with most of the politicians that are getting nicked years later on historical stuff, it's all boys. And I said this the other night, what happened is this, straight up, this is what happened. Back in the days when you had Tommy Gilday and your Steve Frenches and your John Asses and your George Bromley Seniors and all these gangsters in Manchester, you would have had your Masseys, that generation. Now what that generation used to do was understand that your local MPs would go and see the local rent boy. And loads of these authoritarian figures, police officers, councillors, doctors, married men, portraying themselves to be good husbands and family men and boss places of employment. They're all frequenting these young boys. So what the local criminals have learnt is, if we can get in with that boy, get him on video or pictures, we've got him in our pocket. So that's what they started doing. So now they were able to blackmail your local MPs and police officers not to do shit. Why? Because they had photos of them with young boys. Then we've had an influx of different criminals from different parts of the world, and their fetish, their perversion is young girls, especially white ones. So these new type of criminals that was bringing along with them high grade heroin started linking up with these other criminals who had the politicians in the pocket. And every time one of these got arrested or something went down, these could pull a string. Over the years, the foreign criminal became more interactive with the locals, started understanding the dynamics surrounding the MPs and that, and started blackmailing them themselves. So while they're doing this horrendous shit, the people and the local politician who are meant to be investigating the horrendous shit have been getting blackmailed for time. So now you've got the cover up in the 80s, beginning in the 80s, the cover up of the grooming gangs. Why it existed for that long, I don't know. Why the cover ups existed for 40 years. It's like they started releasing it. It's like they've had individuals, they've had double agents like Robinson, and what they've had in doing is distracting you away from this shit until it was time to let you know about this shit. So Tommy Robinson being active for 20 years. That grooming shit's been going on for 30 years to 40 years. The people that have been paying Tommy Robinson have been paying him to keep our people's minds off what's happening under your noses. He's managed. I'm in jail while he's doing this to you. I'm in jail for 12 years of all this shit he's done to you. Now it's time to speak on Telford a few years ago. It's that time for the big plan. We need to let the communities know about this now so we can divide them at this pivotal moment in our big plan. Does that make sense to you? So now you've got Tommy Robinson coming out 2 years ago going, Telford, Telford, Telford. But he could have done it for 18 years previously. But he deliberately never. Now it's the time to divide us as much as you can, bring it all out. Yes, Paul, even the cover-up. You know, it's a cover-up, but what was it covered up for? Was it covered up to protect the perpetrators and harm the victims? Or was it covered up for 2 decades, knowing quite well 2 decades ago, this is going to divide the communities the way we need it to be when we go in to implement what we're implementing? Now, it doesn't go nowhere near condoning what's gone on, because it's horrendous and needs to get, the victims need justice, end of. But the point I'm making is, it's the bigger picture of it. Why did they cover it up? Are you thinking it's just to protect MPs? Or is it a deliberate tool that's deliberately being let to happen so in 20, 30 years, before 2030, we can release it? Get us all divided. Think about how we've gelled over that period. So see while the grooming's going on and it's getting a lid kept on it. Although there's differences, there's a lot of unity. Do you understand what I mean? Loads of unity up and down the country between Muslims, anyone. There's unity there, loads of it. There doesn't seem like there's any there now, doesn't it? With this shit now. It feels like there's it's hanging by a string, isn't it? And that's what they've done deliberately. The fucking cunts, mate. Whoever's doing it. I think he's all know who's doing it. Yeah, selling 7-8. Leslie, but we're in the middle of it all. Happy-go-lucky. We're in the middle. We're the ones that have been... Doesn't matter who you are. You know, we're the ones being targeted. You've got to think about it. Over the 40 years, look at the destruction towards the Caucasian Christian race. Think about it. It's mainly Catholic.
Hello, you're watching Sky Climate Creation. Here are the headlines.
If you think about it.
This is newly released emails from Jeffrey Epstein.
The King doesn't represent the Catholic Church.
Hours with one of the paedophile's victims.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did...
And it's like the Catholic churches that are getting shut down. You're not seeing the Anglican churches get shut down. Are you?
Attacks on ministers.
You're not seeing the African churches get shut down, are you? The flourishing. Always got pure people in there. The Catholic churches are empty, aren't they? Because we've been getting targeted. I was thinking, like, my nan used to wear a cross. And loads of nans used to have crosses, crucifixes around their neck. And then the government started telling them, you can go to jail if you wear a cross around your neck. So say you've got an hotel owned by Muslims and the highly religious individuals, and they get 2 gay men coming to that hotel. They're not having it. No, you can't come in. Nothing had happened. But you'd have 2 Catholic people there who'd refuse to house the same, and they'd get dragged to court and punished. And this is what's been happening for 40 years. deliberately.
Fresh revelations on the Epstein